Hello and welcome to the course on mobile app development using Flutter and Firebase. And in this video, we are going to see basic widgets of Flutter, and also we are going to create some basic widgets by writing small programs and see how they look like. So let's start now. All right, so this was the application that we developed in our last video. So today we are going to change something in the same app and see the outputs over here. All right, so let me clear all this up. So these are the default code that comes up when we create a Flutter application from the scratch. So all right, so our code, whatever we learned today, goes here. All right, so let's go to the browser, click on learn more, and here is a link for introduction to the widgets. Click on that. It takes us to a new screen where it has got everything, saying all the basic widgets that comes from Flutter. So today we are going to learn text widget, row and column widgets, stack widget, and the container widget. All right, so let me start my presentation. So just to make you understand in one liner, what is widget? So widgets are nothing but whatever we see in the screen of the mobile app. When you open an app in your mobile, you may see some buttons, you may see some texts, you may see some layout in the background, you may see some more than one elements on the same horizontal line, or you may see more than one elements in in multiple lines, vertically arranged from top to bottom. And also you may see something like there is something in the layer 1 of the screen, then something comes up one layer above to that layer, and again if you want some other thing to appear on the third layer, that also can be done. So every such kind of things that we see in the mobile app or the screen of the mobile app, those are called as widgets. All right, so having that in our mind, let's see what are basic widgets coming in Flutter. All right, so this screen talks about all the basic widgets from Flutter. uh, Number one is text, number two is row and column, number three is stack, and number four is container. So in this video, we are going to write small programs for each of them and see how they look like on the emulator's screen. All right, so let's go to the text widget. So if you, just by looking at this picture in the right hand side of your screen, it says there is something, there is a text saying, "Hello Ruth, how are you?" So if you want something to be shown on your mobile app, you can code in the fashion how the code is described in the left hand side of the screen. Okay, so let's go ahead and write this program. All right, so I will start writing the code. This should be enough. All right, so let me save this. Let me reload this and wait to see the output on the emulator. All right, so here you can see on the top left corner of the emulator, there is something written as hello, how are you? So suppose you want to see this at the center of the screen, then we have to wrap this text widget into center widget. So center is again one more widget. That's it. Now let's see how the output looks like. Let me reload it. Let's see the output now. So now hello, how are you is appearing at the center of the screen. All right, so that was about the text widget. So I am going to create a separate file where I will create a class, and inside that I am going to create a function that will return nothing but this piece of code. And then we are going to call, instead of writing this piece of code here, we will be calling that classes method over here. So let's go ahead and create the separate file for it. New folder, basic widgets, new file. I'll say bw container dart, oh sorry, text. Inside this, create a class. So let's take a look to the class. So I have done a, I so I have created a class called as bw text, bw in the sense basic widget, and in that I have created a static function called as get text widget, and this returns nothing but the same piece of code that we had over here. Now to make a call to this function, we have to just say the class name bw text dot get get text widget, and we have to import that class, and that's it. So again, if I reload, it's going to show us the same thing. All right. Okay. So let's go and see the next widget. So if you want to see more than one item on the same horizontal line in your mobile app, then you have to use row widget. All right. And row widget, you have to give the direction of the row has to appear left to right. Then you have to create children, and inside that you can give as many number of items. So here, since we want 3 items, that's why we have used expanded widget. Don't worry about that right now. And inside that we have created a text widget. So basically we are passing 2 text widgets as the child, here and here, and then we are passing one fitted box widget having Flutter logo inside it. So totally 3 children to be shown on the same line, because we are going to use the row widget. All right, so let's go ahead and create the row widget in our code. All right, so I'm done with my code. um, so let me explain you what I have done here. I have created a class called as bw row widget. Then inside that I have created a function called as get row widget that returns nothing but a row widget, and it has got several items inside it. So basically right now here it is 3 items, and each item is wrapped under expanded widget. That means it will not overlap between each other. They will share the equal amount of the row as the space for themselves. And then inside that I have created a text item. In the second item also, as a child, I have created the text item, and in the third children element I have created a fitted box which is going to show us a Flutter logo. So to make a call to this function, we have to go over here in the main.dart file, and instead of this we have to say bw row widget dot get row widget. So that's it. Now let's reload the application and see how the row widget looks like on the emulator. Okay, so if you compare this look, what we see in the UI, it is all according to the code what we have written in the row widget class. All right, so let me close this. So just take a look to the picture on the right hand side of your screen. So here there are totally 3 items. The first 2 items are texts, and the third item is again the Flutter logo. So, and all these 3 items are shown in a 3 different line, vertically arranged from top to bottom. To achieve this kind of uh, appearance in the mobile app, you have to use column layout. Oh, sorry, column widget. Okay, so let's go ahead and write the program for column widget. And that's it. So let's take a look to the file. So in this class, I have created a get column widget function. Inside that, I am returning a column widget having 3 text elements as the children. Sorry, having 2 text element as the children, and the third children is a Flutter logo. All right. And to make a call to that function, we have to write the class name dot the function name, and just save it, reload it, and wait for the output. So in the output of on the emulator, you can see I am the topmost text item, which is here in the code. I am the middle text item and the Flutter logo on the bottom line. All right, so that was about the column widget. Now let's try to understand the stack widget. So something similar to the right hand side of the screen. If you want something similar in your mobile app, then you have to use stack widget. And what does stack widget means is you can create the layer. So the bottom layer is a red square box here, then the middle layer is a green square box, and the topmost layer is the blue square box. And we have written the width and height in a way that they overlap each other, and that's how the final UI looks like. So let's go ahead and create this widget in our program and see how the output looks like on the emulator. Okay, so before going to write the program, let's see how the program is written by looking at the left hand side of the screen. So we have to create a run function, then inside that we have to call stack widget, which takes two types of properties, text direction, and second is children. And in the children we have to create another widget as the children called as container widget, and we have to give width and height of the widget and the color, and that's it. So let's go ahead and do this. Create a new file, detective stack widget dot dart. Alright, so this is the code for stack widget, where I have created a class, inside that static function, and that function returns a stack widget having 3 children. Each of them are containers, having first container is a 100 width and height container, second container is little lesser than that, and the third container is having the lowest dimension. So let's go ahead and call this from the main .dart file. All right, so let's reload the application. And that's it. Let's see the output. See, the output is similar to what we saw in the presentation. All right, so that was the stack widget. Now let's learn the container widget. Container widget is nothing but it provides you a space based on the width and height that you pass as the parameter to the container widget. And also if you want to have some margin or padding, just like any web element, HTML element, it's something similar to that. So it's a kind of div section in the HTML. All right, so let's go ahead and create a container in the program. All right, so I have done the coding for creating container widget. So what I have done, from the run app function in the main .dart file, I have made a call to get container function of bw container widget file. And what is there in that file? It has got a get container function, and get container function is returning a container having width 100 and height 100, and also the color as red. And this is how the output looks like on the emulator. All right, so I think we are done with all the basic widgets. I hope you enjoyed creating basic widgets, and in case if you want to take a look to all the program that we did in this video, I will be providing a link to my GitLab account having all the programs that we did in this video. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you for watching.